Hi there guys, this is Farmer Bob. Welcome back at my channel guys. Great man, what do you think of my new little logo icon? Something the AI has generated for me. So yeah, I was quite chuffed to have this one. It's fairly nice. A little bit like my old logo, but obviously in sort of a real life situation. But anyway, yes guys, I've had a few requests in the past for looking at shader errors in Testrunner. You know that annoying shader errors that you get at the bottom of Testrunners with the near configurations and materials that are missing and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I thought I'll make a video on that, how to have a look at that and how to fix that. Now obviously everything you run through Testrunner is tested for not only for ModUp, but also for what do you call it, console, man. So mainly all those shader errors are only for console. If you plan to put your map through just ModUp, if it's a 4x map and bigger, you don't have a choice in anyway, then it's just going to be ModUp. Then you can ignore all those errors of the shaders by all means, but I stand corrected. I recall a bird singing that tune, so we'll check it out. But anyway, if this is the first time that you stumbled on my little channel, please do remember to subscribe and obviously give a like if you do like my content. I appreciate your watching and appreciate you spending time with us, man. Welcome guys. Anyway, so let's have a look at this phenomena, with the Testrunner and all that errors, So what I'm going to do, I've got Testrunner here, and I've just taken one of the mods that I've converted from FS19, and we're going to drop it on Testrunner and just let it do its thing, so that we can have a look at at some of the problems that it pushes out, and then we're going to have a look at how to fix them. Obviously everything that you put through Testrunner will have a different result, whatever, if it's a map or it's a mod or a vehicle or whatever, it's going to have different results. But these shader errors are normally the same problem, so we're going to scroll down to the bottom, and here it is. Okay. Let's just read here quickly. The editor path, it says the editor, this particular check is only relevant if you plan to release the mod on consoles. Yeah, so that birdie that I remember was correct. So everything in this shader check is only for consoles. If the mod is meant to be released on PC only, you can ignore these warnings. So yeah, don't break your head if your map, because you won't find these errors in game, guys. If you open your map, you hardly, I can't recall ever seeing a shader error in game, So these things are mainly for consoles, because consoles are so limited and so finicky with their hardware and soft programs running on it. They have to obviously put this section in there, So yeah, if you're planning to put your mod through ModUp and it's not for console, then just ignore it. Why break your head? But if you want to fix it up, let's do it. Let's have a look at something. All right, I'm going to tackle this big one. Let me just see, what is this dashboard? Let's take this first one that it says dashboard light shader. Oh yeah, tip guys, I never realized that it gives this little i3D thing here at the bottom. You can actually open this and it will tell you what file it is. All right, I want to find the one with the rocks, where it actually gave us some choices, just the properties of the material. Yeah, let's do this one with the rocks. What is the rocks? Let's just have a look. Yes, I think this last one was the rocks. So let's have a look at this one. I just want to check this one, because here I can show you how to do this. This one is what is this saying? It's saying shader dashboard light shader i3D file workshop i3D material name light pulse set class material. It says unknown custom shader. Oh, okay. It's just because you see here it is running out of the FS19 support. This one needs to be upgraded to a FS22 shader. It's not, you can't have a FS19 support shader in the consoles. They all have to be FS22 shaders. So it's just finding a correct shader for this. This one shader was dashboard light shader, and then you will probably take it over to the num shader or some one of those shaders. Just bring it over to the shader that's in data shaders, num shader, and that should be all right, you know. Otherwise, the vehicle shader also do the dashboard light shader, so you can just select the vehicle shader in there. So a type of thing like that, and the error is gone, you know. So just point this to the correct shader for FS22. All right, so let's have a look at this bottom one, guys. Let me stop jaw flapping, you know. Let's get to something real. It says here, the used material configuration inside the mod not present in the shader cache. In other words, it's saying that the material that you've got selected, and it's going to tell us which material as well, inside the mod does not have the not present in the shader cache. In other words, the configuration for the material is not there. Not everything is there for the configuration. And now it gives you two options, I believe. There's 1 and 2 options to fix it. So it says the near configuration in the cache, its number of properties to be adjusted is 1. So we're going to go with this one, because this one has got 3 to be adjusted. So I always take the easy way, you know. So go for the easy way. And it says here, add the properties to your material. Now it says near configuration in the cache, number of properties to be adjusted. Cache properties alpha test, wara, gives you what is there. And then it says the missing properties in the mod material is the gloss map. So we have to add a gloss map. So it says they add the properties to your material. So we have to add a gloss map towards which file. It says, I was going to open it, just get to that there. There it is, the rock. So we're going to open the mod, find this index path. It even gives you the index of all the items that use that material. The material name is rock3 material. So that material, if you do the one, it will update all the other ones. So you only have to do the first one, and it will automatically update the rest. I'll show you now. So let's open the mod. Here we go. Open the actual mod. Here it is. All right, so check it out. Let's just see what it looks like. There it is. It's a nice little workshop that I've converted and added some stuff to it. Add the actual workshop in it. It was just a hall, you know. So now I've made it a workshop, a class workshop, which I think it looks pretty nice. Just want to up my speed a bit there at the bottom right. 20 should be, yeah, that's much better. So a nice little class workshop, and I've put the little workshop in yet where you can custom your vehicles, put some nice logos and stuff on the inside, photos and everything. I actually did this for a guy who asked me to do it, and yeah, I made it for him, you know. So there it is. Good. Right, so we're going to find now that which one was it? I just want to close this test. We're done with that. It is index path 12.0. We should find it in there. 12.0. Right, so there we go. That is 0. That is 12. 12 is 17, 13, 12. All right, so there's 12. And now we're looking for 0, which is rock 01. And here you can see material used, rock 3 material. Okay, so we're on the right thing. That we just want the material, guys, because we want to fix the material. And you can see here it does not have a gloss map. So all we need to do is give it a gloss map. All right. So first things first, it's got rock diffuse and it's got rock normal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a default gloss map from FS22, and then just have a look at what it actually does to the mod. So I've selected it and I pressed F for Foxtrot just to get to see what this rock is, and you can see it doesn't look, it's actually not looking very nice, you know. So we want to fix that up. So let's have a look. Where is this rock? Oh, it's in the front. Here on the front. Here they are. I've actually never realized that these funny rocks are there. Okay, now I know where they are. All right, good stuff. Anyway, so what we want to do is have a look at first of all, at the shader. It is Data Shader's Vertex Paint Shader. Okay, and our little error is saying Vertex Paint Shader, good, and we have to add a gloss map for it. All right, so let's have a look at that. If I just add a gloss map to it. All right, so we're going to point the gloss map to a default gloss map, which I hope I can find. I wonder if there isn't one in the mod itself. If the shader demanded it by all laws, it should actually probably have that in the mod, you know. So let's just go and see where the normals are. That's the normal, or the diffuse, sorry. So it is under textures, rock diffuse. So let's just have a look first before we put something in there that is not supposed to be there. Work to do, finished, and then I've got what was it, class workshop, there it is, and texturing. And now we were looking at what was the name of the thing? Let me go to the file. It's called index path. Oh, wait. Just want to go back here. What is the name? It is rock diffuse. So I'm looking for rock diffuse normal, and I can't remember now what the thing is called. So wait, it's called, cancel that, go back here. Sorry guys, I'm like running around like a chicken without a head, you know. Desktop, what to do, finished, and then I've got class workshop, texturing. So rock diffuse, interior. So all you need to do is find a gloss map for it. If I can find, there's probably, there's rock diffuse, rock normal. So it doesn't have a gloss map for it. A specular file. That's what we're looking for. A rock specular, guys. There should be a rock specular. If the mod has one, then there must be one there for it. Now, I've in the past seen sometimes that when you convert a thing and you export it to a new directory, then sometimes this type of thing happens, that the original doesn't take all the materials over. Then you have to go into the original and go and copy and see if you can find the original. All right, so let me just have a look if I still do have the original. If I don't have the original, then I'm just gonna not be bothered with it. Finished class workshop, no, sorry, that was finished. Where did I put that? No, I don't think I have the original anymore. Class workshop, I've already deleted that. So it doesn't really matter. So let's just give it a normal from the game. So I'm going to go into Farming Simulator 22. A gloss map is just it's something that is actually should be derived from your diffuse map, you know. So it should be made from your diffuse map. So you can now go spend many hours and create a gloss map for it, or you can take the easy way, which I'm going to try now and see if I can find a default gloss map, a default specular. There it is. So open it up, give it some gas. All right, there it is. And now when I just have a look, you see this shader is not really doing its trick and not really showing what this is supposed to have been, a rock, you know. So now it's there. and I can now go to Rock 01 here, and it should have updated all of them, you know. There we go. You see, so it updated all of them. I'm just going to save. You can see the rock isn't fixed, but the error should now be gone in our test result, you know. So let us have a check if that is the true scenario. Because the video that I'm making here is just to show you how to get rid of the errors, you know. So if it does work, it's not the solution at the point. My word, where is my files? I want to go open this in a new window because I want to drop it on Testrunner again. Finished class workshop. Alright, so let's just have a check. See if it's now sorted out. So that's the next thing. And by the way, if the rock looks like that, Giants will never accept it, you know, obviously. And I mean, for me, myself, I will also not be happy with a rock like that. So what I'll generally do is just delete those 4 rocks and replace them with in-game ones, you know. And here you can see our error is gone, and it's now totally happy with our shaders, you know. So all is good. Having I can quickly fix it. It doesn't really matter to me, you know. I know the error is now gone, but in my mind it's not really fixed, you know. I've given it what it wanted, but it still looks very horrible, you know. The other thing, guys, which also happens a lot when you convert something, is it in most cases throws away let me just go back to that. What was that? Falsion? That's it there. Falsion. It throws away this user attributes here. So let me just open this a bit more. Not the user attributes, sorry. Here at the bottom of your material, at the shader. And then here you've got a few options for the shader. Normally, by default, you have to look at the original, how the rocks look. It's actually a pity I don't have that class original anymore, because then I could have checked what variation I should have used for the shader, you know. Because there you go, you see these already. If I just choose a different variation for the properties, all should be well. I just want to see if there's any errors on that shader I've selected. No, didn't pop up any errors. So that already looks much better. So it uses the alpha map then for the rock to look like that. And then if I go alpha noise terrain format, that still doesn't look good. So that one definitely does the trick, guys. So now my rocks at least looks like rocks. And then also, lastly, I wanted to talk about this stuff at the bottom. I've never realized that there's custom textures here at the bottom. And if you look at anything converting from FS19, you have to bring all these textures over from FS19. You can't leave them in the FS19 one, or you can point them to the FS22 relevant ones if it is. Like this is a default diffuse. If you follow this, you'll get to the default diffuse, a default normal, and a default specular. But if there's different textures or stuff here on the custom lines, you have to copy those over, because normally your conversion process throws these away and it doesn't bring them over. So you have to just point them, copy them into your mod, into a texture folder, and then select them here according to the original mod that you've converted, you know. And then obviously, as you can see, the last one is an alpha, and this one is snow specular. Yes, it's also just for snow on the rocks, you know. So there we go. Great, so that is in a nutshell a quick look at how to fix that shader error, that where it says the file is not there, it's missing, it's a missing texture, you know. So just get, if it's a gloss map, if it's sometimes it's a normal, that there's no normal in the thing, and this normally, like I say, happens when you've converted something from FS19. The shader just for some reason doesn't bring all the stuff over, and then when you open the i3D in FS22 in editor 9 or whatever, it doesn't find the correct files, for the shader, and sometimes the thing doesn't look right, like we saw now. I never actually realized there was a problem with the rocks. But now I've run into Testrunner and I've actually fixed something in the mod, you know, so that is quite cool. And like I said, this one, for instance, building shader, let's have a quick look at this. You can also fix this very easily if you go into the file and see what is lighthouse set props material. Is the material, so and it's in the whole i3D, obviously. So let's find this lighthouse set props. Lighthouse set props. It's sometimes difficult to find the thing. If it, like our previous one, it showed us the node, which is very nice to have the node, you know. But if you don't have the node, then you sit in trouble. So both these are unknown custom shaders, because they are, like I said earlier on, they are not from yeah, you see, this is a shader that's not in the game even, it's in the mod itself. So all we're going to do is we're going to point the lighthouse set prop material to the this is also this is also flag shaders building shader. So this building shader is easy to fix, obviously. So I'll quickly show you how to do that. And in order to do that, I'm going to close that, because we're going to have to rerun that. So it is lighthouse set props material. So we can now find the problems. You can't search for the material here, because the material is in a is in this site, so there's no point in searching for it. But if you really want to find it, you can actually search for it in the i3D. So open with edit with Notepad, and then what we can do is copy. Now I've closed that thing. I want to get that material name from, which one is it? This one, Testrunner results. Let's just reopen it. So lighthouse prop material. So what I want to do, copy that, Control C. So I'm going to show you now how to find, if you don't know which item, because sometimes in a map you've got thousands and thousands of transforms to go through, and you can't search for the material, unfortunately. I don't know of another way to find the material than this way that I'm going to show you now. So we're going to go Control F, paste it in there, and find it. So there's our lighthouse set props material. Okay, so to find the actual thing is you look at the material ID. For that is material ID is ID 37. All right, Control C. Let me just have a look now. Yep, Control V, ID 37. All right, here we go. And now you can play around. If it shows you the node, materials ID must be 37. All right, so copy this then. Materials ID equals Control C, and just put it here in front, because it's not material ID, it's material IDs. You see, so it's a different spelling than on top. So otherwise you're not going to find it. All right, so there it is. So it is our flags. Okay, so materials ID 37. So our flags class, they have a shader, a building shader connected to it that is not working correctly. So here we can see add flag class. That's our name of our transform. So the transform is fauna, the shape is add flag class. So now you can take this shape, copy C, and you can actually search for it here. That's a good way of finding it, you see, and there it is, add flag class. So I'm just going to open that up, and here we go, lighthouse set props material is the material we want. So that way you can now figure out which material it is. And remember, a material is only got one name, and this lighthouse set props material will be through the whole mod. So if you change one of them, all the others will automatically update. Whatever I do here on this material will happen to the rest of them throughout the whole map. So very important to realize that the one affects the rest. All right, so what we're going to do now is just check this. FS22 class works with flag shaders, building shader. So all I'm going to do now is point this thing to the correct shader, which is going to be in Farming Simulator 22 data shaders, building shader, like that. Alright, and now immediately if I check the rest, you'll see they're all updated to the right correct building shader, because I've done the one, so the rest will be done as well. So save, close up, and reload it, obviously, because it's now changed, and you'll see the materials ID is still 37, but if you go to materials 37 now, you'll see it will have a different shader there. It will not have the in-game or the one in the map in the mod anymore. So now we can close this or minimize this, close this up, and just delete that, get a new set here, and retest it. And now we'll see if that shader error is still there. It's a good way to do a search. You search for the material in the i3D in the text editor, and then find the rest, as you go along. Also good sometimes to get the node. Once you've got the node ID, you can also figure it out. It says here unknown custom shader, dashboard light shader. Alright, so we still have the dashboard light shader, which is also light pole set glass material. A light pole set glass material, dashboard light shader. So we have another thing there. Because I know now it's the light pole set glass is the flags. So let's have a look if it is still the flags. There must be another component of the flags that uses now the dashboard light shader. So let's fix that up as well. So that was Fane. Lighthouse set dashboard light shader. So let me just check. Let's add flag, class material. No, that is not the right thing. So what we can do now is go and search for this light pole set material, glass material. You know what? This I think is a like the glass on a light, that dome of a light. So let's have a look once again back into the thing, control, and search for it in the i3D light pole set glass material. Custom shader ID is 23. So all we want to do is give it a different ID, but first you can do it two ways, guys. You can do it here in the i3D by finding it, or I can now in the i3D here just do the changes there in the text. So I know now custom shader ID 23. I need to change ID 23 to a proper shader that will work. So I'm going to copy that ID 23, paste it in here like so, scroll right to the top, click there, find it, and then there it is, dashboard light shader. Alright, so FS19 support dashboard light shader. I want to change that now to let us go to FS22 shaders, dashboard light shader. I know dashboard light shader. If you go into my Discord, I've started a channel there for all the shader conversions. I don't have a lot in there, but as I go along, I will put in there what I find, so that is sort of kind of nice to have. Where is my Discord? Oh, you know what, I'm recording and it's on my second screen. I can't show you, unfortunately. But dashboard light shader, I know that works either with a number shader or with the vehicle shader. Alright, so let's point it to the vehicle shader. So data shaders, right at the bottom is the vehicle shader, and so I'm just going to copy the name there, Control C, drop it over the dashboard light shader, Control V. So, and then we want to take out this piece of the directory like so, So it will be data shaders, vehicle shader. Save it up, reopen it just to check for errors. Now we just have to check for errors, make sure that the flags still work, because sometimes if you change the shader, you might have things not working properly and not looking right. You know, our flags still look very nice, so no problem there. However, that I didn't look at what the dashboard light shader was about. It was got something to do, I'm sure, with this glass, you know, of the lights. So let's have a look on vehicle shed lights, vehicle shed materials. I don't really see. It will bug me forever if I don't know what that was, you know. So ID23 is then I said glass material. Let's just find it again and see what that was. So it's materials ID39. So we've already done a search for that. So I can just change this one now to 39 and find what material or what shape that is. So it's from the Illume. Like I said, it sounded like something with a light, you know. So it's definitely from one of the Illumes, and it's very easy to find the Illumes. Node ID 237. So what we do is we copy the node ID 237 now. Control C, and just find out. Oh, where is Street Light Pole Large? There it is. The name Street Light Pole Large. That's the shape. So click on the shape, find the shape name, Control C, and we will find it in there. Because like I said, once again, once you've changed one of the things, it will definitely be there. So once you've done the search, click on the actual thing there that you want and click the close button, and it will take you to all the lamps. And you see, when you open this, you get the Illume there. There's the Illume. And then if we have a look at that. Sorry, that's the transform, and our light pole set materials not in there. We are looking for the one that says glass. Light pole set glass material. There it is. Now, in here we should now have vehicle shader. Alright, so click on that. Press F so we can go there and see if this thing actually looks properly. Sorry for that. Got the hiccups. It still looks like a glass. I think it looks pretty alright. I don't see any problems with the looks. So that way you can now have a look at different shaders, you know. So like I said, in my Discord, I've started a channel for shader conversions from FS19 to FS22, and just open that chat, and then in there I've written the ones that I've found so far. And if you find a shader that's compatible, just send me a Discord or an email, and I will add them there to the list for everyone else to also enjoy, you know. So that way all will be good. Alright, so there we go. So now we're going to just save that up, and this should now be all good and all alright. So let's minimize that once again, close the test and get rid of the test. I normally just delete these because I don't like them accumulating there. Sometimes you get confused with which one was now the last one that you run, although it numbers them. But for me, it's easier just to have one set there, then I know exactly which one I'm looking for, you know. So no issues there. So that way we've now changed or fixed, should have fixed 2 of the shader problems. So let's have a look if that is the case, if that is truly the case. So let's have a quick browse. There you go, all good. Scroll to the bottom, and here's another one, wind shader. Alright, so, and you just keeps on fixing, you know, until you fix them all. So let's do the wind shader as well. It says here bushes material. So the material that we look at now is the bushes material. So that's very easy to know. There's only one set of bushes. So we're looking for the bushes material. So open the mod. I know where the bushes are. Oh, what shader was it? It was wind shader. and again it's from the FS19 support folder. So for console you cannot use the support. Like I said earlier on, you need to have the actual FS22 one in there. So Wind Shader, we should just point that again to the FS22 one. Now once again you can find it here, change the shader like I've done now, or you can just point it in the i3D if you know exactly where it is, like I know exactly what bushes it is. So that way now we can just point it to the correct shader, and that error should also be gone. Bush, that's a bush there, bush 03. Is that the correct thing? So let's have a look. And once again, if you do the one material, it will update the rest. But always just to make sure that you don't cause a problem if you change the shader, you know. So always have a look. There's bushes material. Oh, it's bushes material. Just have a quick browse. Bushes material, yeah. So it's definitely that one that we can have a look at. So let's quickly fix that up. Point it to a wind shader. Yeah, there's a wind shader. So let's go there to data shaders. Shaders, and then wind shader. We don't have a wind shader, but because it's bushes, we can try the tree branch shader. I think the tree branch shader is also going to run the bushes. All right, so let's select that and see what happens to the bushes. It didn't throw its toys out of the cot, you know, so everything looks good. Just check for errors. When you do an incorrect shader, it will pop up here, you know, when you select the bushes, or when you've selected the shader, you know. So all still looks very good with the bushes, and you'll see now it did update the others as well. Tree branch shader, and then this bush shrub long, I don't think had any. It didn't have a shader, so it only had an albedo map or a diffuse, you know. So there's no shader involved there, so no worries there. But anyway, so let's save it up and close it up and close the test once again. Now I'm just fixing as I go along, guys. So obviously when you do yours, reload that for us, minimize, delete the tests once again. And I think for the video's purpose, if I do one more, if there is one more to fix, I'll do one more and see what else we can get that we haven't had before, you know, or haven't fixed yet. So let's just see if there's something else popping up, because at the moment it's just putting in the correct shaders, you know, which is just replacing old ones with new ones and checking that the branch and the thing still looks good, or whatever things are there, you know. Here's another one at the bottom, which no configuration found in the cache. Let me just have a look at this flag shaders. Once again, the flag shader XML. This is a custom one. You cannot have custom shaders in your map at all. They all need to be, for console, they all need to be located in the FS22 shaders directory. So you can't have a shader in your map or in your mod, and you cannot have a shader in the support directory. So whatever is in there, just point them to the correct ones. And you can see here the used material inside the present in the shader cache. Alright, so just point it to the correct shader. No configuration found in case this was not fitting the configuration found. All i3D, I just want to have a look. It's the flags, just again a flag at nice, it gives a note there. I don't know why it doesn't always give the note, you know, because it does help a lot. Alright, let's have a look at this bottom one. Uncached material configuration. So once again, the used material inside the mod's present cache shader is tree branch shader. Oh my word. Okay, so it didn't like my tree branch shader, or the tree branch shader didn't have what it needs, you know. So cache properties, add the properties to your material, a gloss map once again. But I think that did have a gloss map, did it not? Just want to close that up. I think it did have a gloss map, so let's have a look. I'm sure that little bush had a gloss map. And just to give you a tip, guys, so have a look. No errors, and this little branch, bush 03. Oh, it didn't. All right, bushes material. So let's just have a look once again. Textures 3 branch diffuse. So it only needs, according to this, properties needs to be adjusted. Add the properties. So we just need to add a gloss map once again. So let's give it a gloss map, which we will just once again check first if there isn't a gloss map in the actual thing. Work to do, finished, class workshop, textures, and it was something with 3 branch, you know. So branch. Wacholder diffuse. Texturing, class workshop, 3 branch diffuse. So 3 branch diffuse. So there should actually be a 3 branch specular, if there is one. 3 branch diffuse. There it is, the diffuse. So there's no specular for it. So simple and easy, guys. If there's no specular, just add for it a default specular from FS22 data maps, textures, shed, and then find default specular. Open it up, check it out. Make sure that your branches and stuff looks good. And what this does, normally if you press play, the flag had the wind shader on it. The flag will move if the wind shader is on it, but obviously the branches will also move if there is a wind shader on it. But I don't think this thing bush has got a wind shader on it, you know. So anyway, it's just a 3 branch shader, but it's supposed to actually bend in the wind, you know. Maybe there is no wind in the mod here because there's no environment. That's probably what it is. I'm not too sure, but yeah. But the main point is there's no errors or something popping up from that. We can check our console just to make sure once again. I didn't see a problem there. Save it, close it, and rerun our test once again. And then I think that was now the last one that I'm going to do. I think by this time you got the process, you know, or let me just close this up. Try again. There's a few that I've deleted and still stuck in there. Just drop the workshop in there again. Yeah, I think you get the idea of how to fix those shader errors. So mainly, if the material is not, if the golden rule is you can only have shaders in the FS22 directory. If the shader is outside of the directory, if it's in your mod or in your map, then you will have that error popping up. So just point it to an FS22 shader first of all, and then if there's still anything with materials or whatever here at the bottom, then just fix them one at a time, or actually just go through the list until you fix them all, and then all should be well. I just want to have a look which one is this. That's the flag shader, vertex paint shader. All right, here we go. Let's do this one for like the end, you know. Vertex paint shader. That's something that there's this rock again. It says now Felsen Rock 01 112.0. So 12.0 is the rock, and it says vertex paint shader. But did I not change that shader to something else? Okay, Control C. The vertex paint shader, data shaders, vertex paint shader. It says there material properties. No configuration found in the cache. There was no fitting near configuration found in the cache. Try using a different shader variation. Okay, so it's our variation that we've chosen there. Remember, we changed the variation to something else. So it's saying to us that variation doesn't have there's no configuration for it. Material name, although it doesn't have any issues of that. But I want to show you, if for instance you get to the point where there's just you have to replace the rock, then you can obviously, in my case, replace the thing. Very simple and easy. Just to replace the rock with another rock that has got all the correct textures and everything done. Like in my case, it doesn't have all the textures and things, so I've already now changed the cache once, you know. So if I can't find anything, a quick tip, guys, just do this. Click the red X on the shader and see what your rock looks like afterwards. It does look horrible. Take away the gloss map, take away the normal map, see what it does. It doesn't really look very good, you know. So sometimes when you do that on different things, if you take away the gloss and the normal and only have the diffuse, then or sometimes if you just remove the shader altogether, whoop, the thing is right, you know. But in my case, it's a thing that's built in FS19, and sort of in this case it doesn't look like we're going to come right with it, you know. But what I want to do is give it one more go with another shader. But at the end of the day, I will just go and import another rock. It is simple and easy, you know, because spending hours trying to get the shader variation, because I've already deleted the original. I could have gone into the original, looked at all the configurations, and especially at the bottom at the custom, and also the variation is very important. Like you see now, the variations are important. So if you've done all of that, everything should look normal, you know. But I'm not going to find the original now, you know, so it doesn't really matter. But what I want to show you is, in my case, I'll just go file import from the original game, data maps, data, is it in under objects, I think? Where's the rocks? The easiest way is to just find rock. There's a whole library of rocks. There you go, rocks. So open directory. Sorry. Sorry. I was gonna go back. It's the one. It's really, honestly, the worst search engine that I've seen on any Windows. You know, this one of Windows 11. I think it's because I'm in this menu now to open something that I don't have the option to open in a new window. Let's see. So it is, yeah, it just shows you the search results. It doesn't show you where this rock is located. So I want a directory for this stupid thing, you know. So rock 04, yeah, we can see is under maps, textures, shared props, rocks. Okay, so maps, textures, shared prop, rocks. So maps, textures, shared props, and then rocks. There's all the rocks, guys. So now I can pick and choose a rock to my liking. Just import one in here and drop it in the thing. Now, a very good tip for you guys: do not, if you select your rock, do not change this transform group, because this transform is linked to this node. If you delete this node, your XML is not going to work, and your mod is going to give you thousands of errors in game. So don't delete the transform. As long as you leave this transform in place, the rocks inside or the things inside is also important. If you want to add, just replace the ones, if there's a whole list of things in this transform, for instance, then just replace the one that you are working with, you know. And I know now for a fact, rock 01, I can just take this rock 01, go to, in my case, replace, select a rock 01 there, load it up, and replace with this one loaded up and say by name replace all. There's 4 of them and we've got 4 there, so we say yes, and they've all changed. I saw that. I can delete that. I can close this, and now I should have I should have actually just enlarged it a tiny little bit, you know, just so that the rock is better and bigger and looks more realistic, you know. So I've actually shot myself in the foot, but all is not lost, and I can rotate a little bit and just until I'm sort of happy with it, you know. Something of the kind, guys. I don't know why there must be a rock in this little thing. They could have planted flowers in there. And all I'm going to do now is I'm lazy that way, so I'll go edit, replace, and select rock 01 this time. That will be 598. Select another one, load that, and replace all 4 nodes. Yes, thanks. Now we should have 4 big rocks. Oh no, it doesn't. Why did it not replace my 4 rocks? Did I select the wrong one? So this rock, that rock, edit, and I think that's got now to do with that's the target, so right, 603, and rock 01 is that one. Load that 600, replace, yes, nope. Okay, I can sit for hours here and fiddle with it. I can just take that other 3 rocks out, shift, delete them like that, and just duplicate this one, control B, drop it in there, press the shift key to keep it straight. If you press the control, it will rotate for the item every time for you for a few degrees, you know. So in my case, I'm just going to leave it there and just fiddle a little bit with it, and that is it. And now if we save it, just collapse all, save, close up. Our rock error should definitely now be solved. I don't think we'll have another worry with our rock error. Delete those. So lastly, guys, that was it then. Okay, but you can have a look at all my map conversion series. I've done 3 map conversion series where I've done FS19 to 22. I've done a lot of the shader work in those, you know. So if you want to see more of this, you can have a look at those series. Somewhere along the line I would have struggled with some textures somewhere and this kind of stuff, you know. So there you go, problem solved. That last one is the flag shader, and we can always go around that to putting another flag in if you can't come right, or compared to the original with the shader setup. That is very important. Put the correct textures that are missing, and then all is well. And that's the way you do it, guys. Well, I hope it's been insightful. I hope it helped you a little bit. I know I've struggled with these things for hours, you know, hours and hours and hours, days and days and months and years. That's why I've made this video, to help you along the way as well. Remember to like and subscribe, guys. Do share my videos and my content. I do appreciate you guys. And a huge thank you to my Patreons. You guys are awesome. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.